Well, joining us now is Bishop-elect Andrew Cozzens of the Archdiocese of St. Paul, Minneapolis, and thank you so much for dropping by.
Glad to be here.
Maybe if you could talk about being elected and what that was a surprise to you and what that was like hearing that news.
Yeah, sometimes people ask, did I expect this to happen? And I say, well, you just never expect that today's the day that the Pope's going to call you and ask you to be a bishop. But for me, it came on Tuesday, October 1st, which was significant to me because of my devotion to St. Therese of Lisieux, and that's her feast day. Yeah. And it was a very busy day for me, and actually the papal nuncio had tried to call me at 11 and at 2, but I never checked my voicemail. And so 3 o'clock, I was going from one meeting to the next, and I saw my cell phone, and it rang, and there was a Washington, D.C. number. And so I have a friend in Washington, D.C. I figured it was him. I let it go to voicemail again. And then I went into a formation meeting with a seminarian, since I've been working at the seminary. And at 3:40, when I came out of that meeting, I checked my voicemail, and it was the papal nuncio's secretary, and she said, "This is Sister Mary Joanna, and I'm calling on behalf from the Vatican Embassy, and I'm calling on behalf of His Excellency Archbishop Vigano, and he would like to speak with you as soon as possible." That just made my heart pound, And then I called him right back, and he said, "The Holy Father's chosen you to be an auxiliary bishop of St. Paul, Minneapolis," and asked if I accepted. And I did, because I knew it was the Lord asking. Yeah. So it's a very exciting, terrifying, and also spiritually important time.
Let's go back a little bit and talk about your journey. And a lot of people that are familiar with Catholic TV too would know we've interviewed people from Net Ministries, and you were involved in that too. But maybe as your progress and how your vocation sort of grew.
Yeah. I grew up in a really good Catholic family, and we went to Mass every Sunday, and we had the priest over for dinner a lot. So I always thought about being a priest growing up. But when I was in college, I went to a Catholic college, and a Net team came to our college, and they were actually doing retreats at a nearby high school, but I got invited to go on those Net retreats. And actually it was my sister who was on that Net team. She was a little older than me, and so she was serving for a year on Net, and so she invited me to come on the retreat. And what I often say is that when I saw those young people and how they were sharing their faith and living their faith, I knew I was supposed to be living that way. The depth with which they were embracing their Catholic faith. I had a good enough upbringing. I knew that was what I was supposed to be doing. And so after I graduated from college, I decided to serve for a year on Net. And it was really while I was on Net that I actually met other young people who were thinking about a religious vocation. And I found a supportive environment where I could speak about my own desire for priesthood. And so that had a very big impact on my ultimate decision after Net to enter the seminary. In fact, from my team of 11 Net team members, there are 2 priests and 1 religious sister, and of course many other happy marriages too.
That's great.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you're looking forward to, that you're hoping to do as you become bishop?
Yeah. To become a bishop is, of course, spiritually a very weighty thing, and you feel the weight of it when you get asked to do it and to embrace this new ministry. And, I certainly wouldn't have said yes if I didn't think it was Jesus asking me to do it. Yeah. And what I really feel called to do is just to continue to be part of the healing that Jesus wants to do in the world. Really, it's one way to look at Jesus' whole mission is to say he came to heal the world, to heal it of sin, to heal it of division, to bring us to full life in Christ, which is holiness. But in order to do that, we have to be healed, And so I just see my mission as a bishop as to be part of that healing love that flows from the heart of Jesus, to help the world, and those people entrusted to me in particular, to come to that full life in Christ and the full holiness that Jesus desires for them.
And must be special for you to be a bishop in your own archdiocese as well.
Yeah, when that call came, and I started to realize as the nuncio was talking that he was going to ask me to be a bishop, your first thought is where? Because you could be sent anywhere, And so it was very consoling when I realized he said auxiliary of St. Paul, Minneapolis. So to be able to be with the people whom I love, to be ordained a bishop in the cathedral where I was ordained a priest, and to know that so many wonderful people of the archdiocese will be there, and to be able to serve them as assisting the archbishop as a shepherd, that to me will be a great blessing.
Well, we thank you so much for dropping by and talking with us, and we wish you all the best as you become bishop.
Thank you very much. And I really count on your prayers in this last month before I'm ordained. So.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.